allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you please call the roll?
Here.
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 Here. Okay, we're going to go to the approval of the agenda. We have a motion to approve our agenda for the evening.
Moved.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Trustee Braxton. Trustee Rankin. Aye. Trustee Jackson. Aye. Trustee Park. Aye. Supervisor Martin.
Aye. Okay, we are opening up for public comments. If anybody- I'm sorry, approval of the minutes.
I move that we approve the minutes from our May board meeting.
Any discussion?
Trustee Braxton. Aye. Trustee Rankin. Aye. Trustee Jackson.
Aye.
Trustee Park. Aye. Supervisor Martin.
Aye. Now, a couple of comments. If there's anybody that has signed in or would like to make public comments, please come to the podium. State your full name and please abide by the 3-minute rule.
Tell me when we start, please.
You could start right now.
Thank you. My name is Sean Salisbury, and I've been a resident of the township for 42 years. I'm looking at a couple things. I FOIA'd this week, my first FOIA, about the separation of our former administrator. I'm having a hard time understanding why we went beyond what the administrator asked for when she was leaving. And I'm sorry, I don't have the right. Apologize. On your special meeting on April 28th, at 4 weeks of pay, something she did not ask for, nor did she earn, and did not contest her eligibility for unemployment benefits. She also didn't ask for that. I don't know why we as the township and the taxpayers granted that to the administrator leaving. I understand agreeing to what she asked for and so forth, but certainly not anything beyond considering this is taxpayers' money. In addition to that, my ongoing conversation about taxes, with the assessment and the tax bill I got at the beginning of this month, or what's due at the beginning of this month, excuse me. If I just had my homestead exemption, because I am a senior citizen, and I have a things of improvement as well, my taxes would have been $50 short of $19,000. That's a lot of money. It's a ridiculous amount of money. I live in a full development. It's nothing that is extraordinary. It's a very nice house, don't get me wrong. But $19,000 is going to drive people out of this township. There's just no other way to look at it. On the side discussion that we had just a moment ago between meetings, I do appreciate the board members engaging in a quick conversation between meetings. There was just, and this is just put it on the record, there was just one attachment in the packet on the agenda, and that was for the cleaning crew that you're for. Thank you for your time.
discussion or comments? Okay, I'm going to move on to the supervisor report. And I would like to start off by introducing our food pantry, our full-time staff that makes the food pantry work. We have Teresa, who's the director. If you'd like to stand. Thank you. And we have our food pantry leads, Ruth, William, Miranda, and Cassandra. Thank you all for listening to me. I don't believe Bob is with us tonight from the maintenance department. He is the manager, and he has been asked by the fire department if our township would assist them in the future. Apparently there was a fire over near the Greenlee senior area, and we offered our buses to help evacuate people. So we are on the list to help if anything happens in the future. Next, I want to confirm that we have undertaken the necessary steps to keep our effort to bring the food pantry to the center of the township. We want to keep that effort alive, and not only is it to fulfill the obligations of this township, but to address the need in the township community in a respectful, safe, and easily accessible manner. We need to do everything possible to honor the referendum results of November 2024, where over 79% votes were in favor of it. And there was an overwhelming support on April 1st, 2025 for this township government to continue. Lastly, we have begun planning for 3 new programs that are for seniors in DuPage Township. The last year has made me realize that while the lunch and learns are tremendously helpful and informative, there are many seniors sometimes who need a one-on-one help, and they have no one to really turn to sometimes. This leads to stress, frustration, and sometimes even depression. Our programs will focus on volunteers with skills to share with the township, and the township will undertake the oversight, referral, and sense of security and direction the senior can feel comfort in. We are looking at a handyman program, health advocacy program, and a legal assistance program. More to come because our planning is still in an infant stage. That's all I have, so we will move on to action items. And the first action item is A, discussion and possible approval of the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget and appropriation ordinance 25-09.
I move that we approve the fiscal year 2025-26 budget and appropriation ordinance 2509.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Would you call the roll?
Trustee Braxton. Aye. Trustee Ransom.
Aye.
Trustee Jackson.
Aye.
Trustee Park.
Aye.
Supervisor Martin.
Aye. Next is B, discussion and possible approval to fill the position of administrator. This position was posted for transparency. We received numerous responses, and interviews were conducted by myself and Trustee Ransom, who was the interim supervisor at the time. The decision was ultimately made by me after second interviews were conducted by myself and Trustee Braxton. Do I have a motion to name and approve the administrator that was chosen? Oh, his name?
Eduardo Martinez.
Eduardo Martinez. Second motion.
Move that we accept your nomination for Eduardo Martinez for the position. Second.
Is there any discussion? Okay, I think we have a new administrator, Eduardo Martinez. Eduardo, would you like to stand?
Sure. Nice to meet you guys.
Okay, moving on to the next discussion and possible approval of cleaning contract for banquets. The success of the township necessitates some additional help for banquets. And Kelly has researched and reviewed this, and I would like to ask, is Kelly here? If you could please give us some background and some information as to what your recommendation is.
My recommendation is for the first company, the Illinois Cleaning Pros. They are, I got two quotes, both for the same price as the other company. It gives us a lot more for their money. We're much more professional. Banquets is sold out practically. We are so full. We're probably 90% booked for this year, 95 for this year, probably 75 for next year. I'm into 27 and 2028 as well. And it's just too much for our guys to handle, being here every single day. So I would like to get a cleaning crew come in. We've incorporated a $250 non-refundable cleaning fee to offset that cost. We have a 3-hour minimum event rental for $800. If we take it to $850, then the client itself would pay for the cleaning company, and it wouldn't have to come out of anybody but the client itself.
And this is cleaning company you recommended?
I do, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We have a motion.
I make a motion that we accept Illinois Cleaning Pros LLC to be the organization to clean the center after these banquets.
We have a second.
Second.
Okay, is there discussion?
I was going to ask you, with the use of the cleaning service, will that make things faster? I know there was some discussion about being able to have two
Quite
events in one
possibly,
day.
yes. It could be, yes.
That's a goal, is that?
Yes, yes. So they would come at like 5 in the morning and they'd be done by 8 in the morning.
Is there a number of people? Is there a crew? Like
They
how
have
many
people, 3 of them.
3 of them,
Yes.
yes.
It would be the same 3 people.
How far ahead is the police center booked up now?
I have one Saturday left for this year, which would be December 27th. I don't have any weekends from May through September for next year. I have 7 bookings for 2027 and 1 for 2028.
Any other discussion? Okay, would you call the roll?
Trustee Braxton.
Aye.
Trustee Rankin.
Aye.
Trustee Jackson.
Aye.
Trustee Clark. Supervisor Martin.
Aye. Okay, the next is discussion and possible approval of combining the responsibilities of payroll and HR. In getting acquainted with the employees, it was noticed that HR was not officially handled by anyone. Deneen in our accounting department was interested and has agreed to undertake the duties and responsibilities of HR. Our chart has already been approved to show the combined roles. Can I have a motion to approve this?
I make a motion to approve combining the responsibilities of payroll and HR for our new updated HR.
I have a second.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just wanted to mention that the org chart, we revised it to show that position, so we haven't approved it. That's.
We approve it right now?
That's okay.
Okay. So the motion will be to approve the,
Do you want to make a motion?
the Any other discussion? Would you call the roll, please?
Trustee Braxton. Aye. Trustee Ransom.
Aye.
Trustee Jackson.
Aye.
Trustee Clark.
Aye.
Supervisor Marshall.
Aye. Okay, next is discussion and possible approval of a salary increase for Director of Operations for the Food Pantry. Our hiring of a full-time director for the food pantry has proven to be a very good investment. Not only has she assumed the role intended, but she has been extremely successful in finding additional volunteers and training the staff to oversee the pantry so that she can assist me in addressing the business community to encourage volunteering. Her 6-month review provides for an additional increase of $5,000 to her annual salary, and it was already accounted for in the budget that we have approved. Can I get a motion to approve her increase?
I move that we approve the increase for our Director of Operations for the food pantry.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Braxton.
Aye.
Trustee Ransom.
Aye.
Trustee Jackson.
Aye.
Trustee Clark.
Aye.
Supervisor Marshall.
Aye. Next is discussion and possible approval of a new board liaison for senior committee. The position is actually open and up for a new appointment, and Monty Jackson has agreed that he will serve as the board liaison to the senior committee. Can we get a motion to approve?
I move we approve the nomination of Monty Jackson as senior.
Yes. Any discussion?
Why not? No.
But I got Yeah.
No further discussion.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Braxton.
Aye.
Trustee Ransom.
Aye.
Trustee Jackson. Trustee Clark.
Aye.
Supervisor Marshall.
Aye. Next, discussion and possible approval of the reappointment of the board liaison to the youth committee. Terry Franklin. Can I get a motion to approve?
Yeah, I move we approve the reappointment to the board liaison and youth committee of Ms. Terry Ransom. I'll second that.
Any discussion?
Yeah, why Terry?
Please call the roll.
Trustee Braxton.
Aye.
Trustee Ransom.
Aye.
Trustee Jackson.
Aye.
Trustee Clark.
Aye.
Supervisor Marshall.
Aye. Okay, next is discussion and possible approval of the appointment of a FOIA officer. Our clerk, Barbara Parker, has provided information requiring that we have a FOIA officer that needs to be named, and it is most appropriate for our clerk to be named this session. So do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we name Bart Parker as the appointment for our FOIA officer for DuPage Township.
And I'll second that.
Motion. Any discussion?
Wait.
Okay, please call the roll.
Trustee Braxton.
Aye.
Trustee Ransom.
Aye.
Trustee Jackson.
Aye.
Trustee Clark.
Aye.
Supervisor Marshall.
Aye. Next, discussion and possible approval to hire a part-time seasonal employee for the maintenance department. Last year, there was a summer help that had been hired, and apparently he did not work out too well, and it was sort of money wasted. So this time, we have placed an ad to fill the position as soon as possible. It's a part-time seasonal help at $15 an hour for 30 hours per week, no more than 18 weeks. I don't know that we've got any responses yet, but hopefully we can get some soon. Can I get a motion to this hiring for the part-time position?
Yeah. Excuse me, I'll move to be their part-time employee.
Any discussion?
Yeah, Lori, is this for to help out the guys down here?
Yes, yes. Summer is between the food pantry area and up here is just open all during the summer.
So we have no way to supply them here.
Not that I know of. Bob is the person that is the contact for hiring.
I just had a question regarding that. We were saying seasonal, but is there going to be an end date? Is it October? Is it?
Well, it's no more than 18 weeks. So
So
we
it's
say
18
probably
Okay.
when this was done, it was figuring through mid-October. I don't see any reason for it to go past that.
That's right. So up until October. Okay.
Part-time employees have benefits?
Yes, sir, but
Are there benefits for part-time employees? I think not. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
any other discussion?
I didn't hear the answer to that question, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Part-time employees.
Yeah. Part-time employees, I was trying to confirm, does not receive benefits.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. No further discussion, would you call the roll, please?
Trustee Braxton.
Aye.
Trustee Ransom.
Aye.
Trustee Jackson.
Aye.
Trustee Clark.
Aye.
Supervisor Martin.
Aye. Next is discussion and possible approval to update the intergovernmental contract with Wheatland Township for general assistance and services to May 1, 2029. The Wheatland Township does not have the ability to handle this type of thing with the GA. So last year we had a cooperative agreement with them and we've been asked to continue that. It has been extended through the period of our 4-year period here, and that goes through May 1st, 2029 in order to make sure there is continuation of service. Is there a motion to continue this agreement?
Yes, I move to continue the agreement.
I'll second.
Is there any further discussion?
No.
What type, I was gonna say, what type of agreement do you have? What are we helping with as far as fathers and GA stuff, and we can do that too? Correct, is that right? Are we really giving us that as a term?
$50.
And is it per person, or is it per month, or per person? Per person.
That we service here at Township that lives in Wheatland, they give us $50. We talked about this further, one of our residents, Sean over there, and the company that we are going to look into it further and get the DuPage probably provide some type of statistics to see if that's really a fair value. Anything else, Tom?
Echo what Terry said. Yeah, something requires a second look. And that appears that the service would be great for Wheatland Township. And the bottom line is that the residents who need help get the service they need. And we're in a position to do that. Yeah, but I mean, if the Wheatland Township does not have someone on their payroll for serve that purpose, then are we getting fair compensation for what service we're providing? So we're going to look into that further to get a better answer.
And I did want to add to that, the contract that expired, I believe, started in 2022. It wasn't just for a year. It was from 2022 to the end of our term, which was 2023. them to renew it for the next 4 years. Yeah, that makes sense.
So they're asking us to renew the contract as is for now, so there isn't anyone who's left in the limbo.
We're not getting some help.
Right. But we will look into possibly looking with Wheatland to maybe get more based on statistics per person returned to us.
And then we could renegotiate the contract. Because right now, we're signing a contract, I believe it states $50 too.
Any other discussion?
Yeah, I just, but it's not clear, not to belabor this, but if we're signing a contract that says $50, why are we signing the contract before we
Because there are people that are in need who have come to us for help, and they could not be facilitated until we do this. So we're leaving people in limbo just because we don't feel we're getting a fair amount of return from Wheatland Township. They should not have to stop here.
No, I think that's a follow-up. So is there a way to, so that people are not need to move this forward with the open end to go in and do what we said we're going to do, due diligence, and make sure we get a fair value? That way we're not even, maybe that's.
It's a contract, so it's either we accept it or we don't, and try to work it out with them.
So basically, we're gonna ask to, what they're wanting from us.
We don't know for sure.
Yeah, we don't know what would be fair. I don't know what they're, so what they haven't been available to do. That $50 may have been what they felt was fair based on 2022.
Back in 2022, and now, things have changed. But if we,
Sir, this is a board meeting, it's not an interactive process.
I understand. Since this is the subject I brought forward, would there be a possibility of looking at a shorter term?
Sit down, you can talk to the supervisor after the meeting or any of the trustees, please sit down.
I was going to just mention that the contract did expire May 1st. And so right now, we're still, I believe, I don't know, free of anybody from Wheatland currently. If we still servicing clients from Wheatland after May 1st, because the contract only went to May 1st. The motion to approve the contract to table item J for further review before we agree to the contract.
So second.
I'll second that, Jerry. Second.
Any further discussion on it?
I have to raise this to that, so why can't we have like a 90-day limit? Give us time, give us time so that people are not in need, give us time to go back and.
This is the only way we're tabling it for now.
I think we're still serving some people even though.
Okay, so we are still working.
I'm just trying to look on his report to see if he shows. Oh, we're not serving some.
You can't do anything.
We are.
all work?
I don't believe so, but I got the final say, then send it, okay? We'll see what we can look out. Okay, so, for right now, we have a motion to table this item, J, for the cooperative agreement, offering assistance to Wheatland for GA inclusion.
Are we tabling to the
Second?
next meeting or a date uncertain? Are we tabling to the next meeting?
They're just gonna table it, because they could potentially call a special meeting. There's no reason to put a date on it.
approval of the township bills and claims for the period 5/21/25 through 6/17/2025. Open payables and paid payables. Have a motion to accept this?
I move to accept the bills.
Is there a second? Any discussion on this? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Braxton. Aye. Trustee Reed. Aye. Trustee Jackson. Trustee Parks. Supervisor Marshall.
Aye. Next, reports from the administrative staff and contractors. Is there anything you have to say?
Nothing from legal.
Administrative report from our food pantry director. Lisa?
Hello. Hi, everyone. First, I'd like to thank my staff for coming out today. Today was a very busy food pantry day, so I told them as soon as they got introduced that they could go home and rest, and so I'll have to come back the next day and do it all over again. So, thank you so much for your warm invitation, and they are just so hardworking, and definitely, I'm lucky to have them on my team and to save. So thank you so much. And I wanted to also mention that we are doing something over the summer that maybe our new trustees aren't aware of. It's called the Temporary Assistance of Needy Families, called TANF. And so Northern Illinois Food Bank provides us with snacks and juices to share with our families, with the children registered in their household that are 17 years and under. Over the summer months, DuPage Township Food Pantry supplements those snacks with additional kid-friendly snacks as well. And this summer program that runs June through August helps to ensure our pantry families and their children have access to additional food and snacks since they're home for the summer, reducing food insecurity when school is not in season. A lot of the kids in that area depend on the free meals and lunches that they get for school. So this is our way of helping support those families and have an additional, snacks for their families to be able to, feed their kids. And these are just nutritious and it's easy to make like cereal cups or crackers or juice boxes. And we just started this in June of this month, and as of today, after our pantry, we have 324 cannon bags distributed through to our families. Also for the food pantry guests, for the month of May, from May 1st to 31st, we served 1,227 households. In those households were 4,364 individuals. 811 of those are Bolingbrook residents, and 370 are Romeoville residents. I wanted to also mention we did some training and safety with our team this month. The Romeoville Police Department conducted an active shooter training in June for our staff and our volunteers. This was very informative, and I just think it was really important for us to be aware of our surroundings, and our staff and volunteers really enjoyed the information. We also had another training this month of the Emergency Food Assistance Program that some of my staff attended. Cassandra was one of them. They learned about this annual training and use and regulation with the food bank, but it's USDA approved, and it just needs to be completed every year through the USDA Commodities and Emergency Assistance Food Program, which we are a part of. I wanted to mention our volunteer opportunities. We have open shifts available Wednesdays 8 to 2 p.m., Fridays 8 to 2 p.m., and our extended pantry days Thursdays 3 to 6. All the other days we're pretty much covered, so we're really excited to have the volunteers that support us. They're learning, they're getting trained, and they're coming more often. They really do enjoy coming to the pantry. We're happy to have them. DuPage Township Food Pantry also has a 5-star rating on volunteer websites, including Volunteer Match. We're so happy our community enjoys volunteering with us. Donations. So a big thank you to the wonderful Council 6521, the Bolingbrook Garden Club, Delta Zeta Delta Sorority of Illinois, and our various community neighbors who donated in the month of May and June. I do want to also mention that we have a calendar year of giving reminder. I just wanted to remind them, anyone that wants to give to the food pantry, we launched a year of giving calendar in 2025. This program recommends themed donations of items that the pantry guests may need, but the food pantry does not provide consistently. So in June, it's a lot of like snacks for the kids, like peanut butter, jelly, juice boxes, and cereal. And in July, just to get ahead of it, we won't have another meeting until the third week or second week. It's a back to school drive, so boxes of tissue, quarts and gallon, resealable plastic bags, disinfectant wipes, and new water bottles. So if anyone's interested in donating, please stop by the pantry. You can, the community or anyone can drop off donations Monday through Friday from 8 to 2 at our 719 Parkwood Avenue location.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Lady Guns, you have anything to report from the
We've been busy since this is my last board report back in April. And this May 1, 47 seniors for the group. The group decided you'll never get most of us had fun. It's really just too stressful for these days. My funny story is my 92-year-old partner with Carnival Cruise just wanted to ask, what the hell is it? So every technology is getting the best of us. I can teach as much as I can, phone skills, I download it, we're just not comfortable with it. So it was a bit of a nightmare, but we survived. Kicking off June, we hosted a Friday night total party for the seniors. I think Monty and Gloria for wearing their sporting goods. We visited Celeste Azul, Mexican restaurant in Joliet, and the Big Apple restaurant in Gunnersboro. This week we're going to the King County Cougars game, and the Chicago White Sox, weather permitting. Finishing off the month, we have miniature golf and pizza at Miami. We scheduled 2 mystery walks and an ice cream game-day social. As a note, we now have a nurse taking blood pressures, oxygen levels, sugar testing at all of our exercise classes. Our goal is to grow this program to a one-on-one, being able to answer questions one-on-one. A lot of times they go in to see the doctor, or they go to the room outdoor, or more confused. The goal is to have them run in our bag of drugs, sit down with someone, and explain why they're taking these particular pills, what the best time to take. We had a few accidents here during the line dance class, and one of the first questions we asked is, did you take your medicine this morning? Yeah, I took my medicine. What did you eat with it? Nothing. Couple sips of water. So we need to get them on nutritional, that 8-minute, 24 spoonfuls of yogurt, that's going to help us out. The goal is to eventually, like I said, turn it into a one-on-one, why am I taking this, what's the best time, nutritional questions, their overall health concerns, when should I go see my doctor? Kids end up by, if a parent calls their child and says my blood pressure was 20 over 90, immediately they run on the schedule for the doctor. They need to be able to talk to someone before we're running up and down the stairs. A lot of times it's, again, most of it is diet and when they're taking this medication. This is something we've been working on for a while, and it's really exciting to see. Great.
Okay, thank you. Vincente, our GA person, is not with us tonight, but he did want me to read something from his report. He says, thank you to the board for approving the purchase of a new server that is needed for the visual GA software. I've been working on inputting all the applications, payments, and such from the applications that were done manually by me. This way, accurate data can now and record keeping can be kept intact. This is thank you. Other than that, all the stuff will be available in his report. Elected officials.
explanation or just a comment, I don't know, of why, the taxes went up so much? Property taxes? Is there any reason to, I mean, just from you hearing, or do you have any input as to why?
Very reasonable. I know last year, assessments were increased almost 7% because of the multiplier property being undervalued. The average sales ratio doesn't necessarily mean your taxes and go up by that percent. Boards and this kind of pass their budgets, that's what causes the dollar value to go up.
Thank you for that.
Harper? Yes, last Thursday, I attended my last Illinois Township Association of Senior Council, and I told them they'll start dealing with money. And then Relay for Life took place last weekend, and because the township was very generous and let us use the conference room for planning purposes, they gave us a very nice thank you certificate. So I'm going to give it to everybody here, so thank you again, and yes, we did meet our goals. And then I wanted to let everybody know that the ROTC at Bolingbrook High School wrestlers are going to a tournament in Fargo, North Dakota. They're looking to raise some money to pay for the expenses for each student. Specifically, right now, 2 are left. So if anybody gets a chance, go on Facebook and look them up. There's a going posting on Bolingbrook Moms and all the other sites. Please consider making a donation if you can. That's it.
Thank you, Tom.
First of all, I want to just welcome the word for, our new administrator. And we warned him to make it official, we had a vote on this tonight. And so your job began 20 minutes ago.
Do we know?
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
And also, the Golden Village picnic is coming up in June. And the township will have a presence there. We already do. We've got some, just passing out literature, what's going on, and what their services available to them are. So watch for that. And also excited about the senior program. Thursday evening, we're going to the White Sox game. And if we were betting on something, we could bet on them to lose. But a night at the ballpark is a good time. And it's, my wife and I both be in attendance. And it's, last year we did this, and I served an unofficial Sherpa or tour guide. Folks that didn't know the way around the ballpark, I could show them around. But looking forward to that. It's one of the many senior programs that Linda talked about that are, allowed us to win the award we won a couple years ago here for the best senior program in the state. So, again, hats off to Linda and the rest of the staff of the program.
I do. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming out. No. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Looking forward to getting you acclimated in the township. Just wanted to mention the youth committee. We just started Summer Bridge yesterday, and it's going well. One day, and tomorrow already. We may need to go inside because of weather. So I think we've already decided to be inside tomorrow. So when there's weather issues, we either go to the community center or we have some other filter. The library is option. So that is going well. We're about to start planning for tools for school. Our next meeting is Monday at 6 o'clock. If you know anyone who's interested in joining the committee, please have them attend our meeting. We are going to have a guest, Ryan from H2O is supposed to come and speak to us on Monday. The other thing is tomorrow is Juneteenth, so happy Juneteenth. The village is having a celebration over there from 4 to 9, so come out and celebrate. That's it for me.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. First of all, welcome to our congratulations. Thank you. Happy June, and I would like to just wish all the fathers happy related fathers. Okay. in. And, I didn't realize that after I agreed to it, I was told things got a little dicey last time, got a little contentious. So, I'll be out there in full gear, it's supposed to be 90 degrees, and I'll just let them know that it's not that serious, this is having fun right now. So we're looking forward to it, so thank you.
Yes, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Edward on his promotion to our township supervisor. I think you're a great addition to the team. I'm sorry. Another senior moment. Okay, so I want to welcome you to our team, and I think you'll do very good with us. Second thing I want to mention is we went to some really good training today up in Naperville. It was for all of the newly elected township officials. Most of us up there went. It's a good refresher too. And one of the things we did talk about was the FOIA stuff. So we went into that quite a bit. So anyway, it was a very good meeting. It was very well worth the time. And I did pick up some good tips from that. And look forward to doing it next year. Look forward to going down to TOI in November.
Thank you. We do have an executive session on the agenda, but we will not be doing that tonight. So can I have a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Would you call the roll, please?
Trustee Brett?
Aye.